Welcome to this live. As I mentioned, Coach Lio, my name is, and I help people transform their mindset to transform their lives. This live might be a bit different than everything else you're used to on this platform. So just let me give you a quick idea how this is going to go. Every single live, I pick a topic, and then for about 15-20 minutes, I share the point of the topic, and after that, after 15-20 minutes, I take all the questions on the topic. So today's topic is, as you can see, 6 secrets to happiness. And I know this is a very broad word, a very big deal, but if you know me or it's the first time you see me, my goal is to share tools that will help you right now. So I'm not a motivational speaker. I am not here to inspire you. I'm here to give you practical tools. So then by the end of this live, you close your phone, you close TikTok, and you actually have something to apply in your life. 6 secrets to happiness. And happiness is such a broad and fluffy la word. What does happiness even means? So the way I'm going to address happiness today is a state of alignment and contentment with your life. So let's put it very, very practical. I'm going to address happiness today as if this is a state of alignment and contentment with your life. So I'm going to share 6 very simple tools, very simple practical things that you can do or you can change, easily can change about yourself, about the way you see the world, about the way you think, that will help you change today if you want to change. If you want to feel, if you want to feel 15% happier, if you want to feel 10% happier, if you want to feel 5% a little bit more content than you started this morning, this is for you to start. I'm going to share 6 secrets to happiness, very practical, something that you can use today. So number one, to feel 5%, 10% happier today. What area, I want you to ask yourself this question. What area of your life are you overgiving right now? I'm going to ask this again. What area of your life are you overgiving in right now? And this might be your relationship, this might be your career, this might be, your friends, this might be, where is that you're exhausted yourself in your giving? Maybe these are some friends that you continuously support and they're just not being grateful or not being kind to you. Where is it that you need to literally close the proverbial hole through which your energy and attention is seeping out? So identify an area in your life where you are actively overgiving right now and open up for receiving. Start paying attention what area of your life you might not be accepting help. You might not be accepting support. You might not be accepting gifts. You might not be accepting opportunities because you think help is bad, because you think you're not deserving, because, okay? So on one hand, identify where you're overgiving and open up for this receiving on the other hand. So step number 1 to happiness today. Identify overgiving, stop that, and open up for receiving. What is it that you are saying no to? Where is it that might you be sabotaging yourself and not being open for new gifts of life? Number 2, less stress, more trust. People are extremely stressed right now, and stress comes from uncertainty. And uncertainty is, I'm not sure what tomorrow brings. I don't know how is it going to be tomorrow. And hence I am stressed about today. I'm thinking about tomorrow. I get stressed and I bring that stress with me today in my life. So an antidote to that, so you will feel 5, 10, 15, 20% happier when you identify the future as an opportunity and you stop identifying the future as a stress factor. And what is going to help you with that is developing trust. Growing and developing trust in your own strength, in your future, in God, in the people around you, in your heart, in the universe. So stop focusing on how negative the future might be, because nobody can tell. We don't know what future brings. And start focusing on growing and developing the trust within your heart, whatever that means for you. So this is pillar 2 of how to create happiness, the second secret of how to create happiness right now. Number 3, less judgment, more grace. I read the quote the other day, and the quote read from Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, and the quote said, "Thinking is hard. That's why most people judge." And just think about it for a second, because when we actually think, we have to consider a lot of information. We have to become aware of our own state. When I'm thinking, when I'm watching someone that they're being aggressive, they're being difficult, they're being non-agreeable with me, if I am to think about the situation, I need to understand what's happening in their life. I need to understand, am I maybe too sensitive today that I'm perceiving this information on the edge? There is so much effort we need to do when we think. So that's why we don't really think. We fall into default of judging other people and of judging ourselves. Just think about it. Do you really take the time? And by the way, this could be overwhelming, I agree. It's much easier to fall into judgment and to jump to some conclusions without thinking, because thinking is exhausting, thinking takes time. In order for you to think, you need to be aware, you need to be in a positive state. So I'm not inviting you now to overthink every single step of your life or even every interaction with any people in your life. What I'm inviting you to do is to become aware that if you feel like you're negative, if you feel like you are defensive, if you feel like you're angry, if you feel like you're disappointed, you might be judging. And if only for a second you know this truth and you stop and you say, am I judging or am I thinking? Am I judging or am I thinking? Right? Even the knowledge that you have a default setting of judgment will help you take a step back and allow grace into your life. When you invite grace into your life, you make space to release the judgment for yourself and the judgment for the world. So whenever you find yourself judgmental and that's eating you on the inside, invite grace into your life. And that is guaranteed to make you feel happier, if only for 10-15% more. So that's the secret number 3. Secret number 4, less worry, more gratitude. And that I can totally relate to point number 2, because stress and worry kind of go hand in hand. Worry is a little bit different because worry is not as generic as stress, right? So stress, I can be stressed, because I'm afraid, because so many things. But worry is more concentrated around overthinking. So whenever you catch yourself overthinking, so that's what worry basically is, when you don't trust yourself, when you don't trust your decision. To overcome the overthinking, use gratitude. Anytime you find yourself overthinking, rationalizing, to get yourself quickly out of that state, use gratitude. Gratitude is the divine state of your mind and body. There are actually studies done recently where they measured they measured the body's responses when a person was in a gratitude state. So they invited the person to really connect with gratitude in their heart, and they measured their bodily function. So guess what? The body was overflowing with happy hormones. The brain waves and the heartbeats were synchronized. So there was a synchronicity, a brain-mind-heart coherence. So the whole body was resonating on the same. There was no resistance, there was no conflict. It was an insane acknowledgement just how powerful the state of gratitude is. So anytime you find yourself, doubting the world, fearful, when you find that your mind goes to that worry place that is always annoying you, make sure that you bring yourself into a state of gratitude. So this is secret number 4. Secret number 5, less resistance, more flow. And this has to do with trust, for sure, with trust and gratitude. But when I say less resistance, so what is the difference between pursuing your goals and resisting? So resistance is more when you're presented with opportunities, the universe presents you with the opportunities, and you don't take it. And then the universe comes again and presents you with opportunities, and you don't take it. And then the universe is like chasing you out, throwing at you brick after brick after brick, and telling you, hello, wake up, take this opportunity, this is for you, and you resist your future. How does this practically looks like? You overstay in a toxic job. You overstay in a toxic relationship. You overstay in a safe situation just because you are afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of what's to happen. But the universe is there. Maybe you get fired because the universe is calling you, is throwing rocks at you, is calling you and calling to your attention to give you the gifts and to put you on the path that you're born to be. So whenever you are doubtful, whenever you are fearful, ask yourself, assess your life. Can this be a gift from the universe? Can this be a message from the universe that is trying to put you on the right path? Allow it. Allow it and trust it. Less resistance, more flow. We also say that when you are in a flow state, that's when the body is in a state of healing itself, the physical body. That's when blocks are removed. That's where inflammation goes down. That's where the blood pressure regulates. So when you are in a state of acceptance, of flow, of gratitude, even your physical body is healing. It's the most divine state of them all. Less resistance. When you find yourself resisting, identify what that resistance is and ask yourself the question, what if I accept it? Practice, play with it. What if I accept it for a month? What if I accept it for a week? Let me see what happens. Get curious about that which you're resisting. So this is secret number 5. And number 6, the most important of them all. And before I reveal to you the pillar number 6, the secret number 6 of becoming more happier, is I want you to pay attention to a word. And I want to ask you, do you use this word on a regular basis in your vocabulary? And the word is hate. Do you say, I hate this music. I hate seafood. I hate traffic. I hate my job. How often do you catch yourself using that word? Because words are extremely powerful. The manifestation of your life is created through the words that you're telling yourself, to yourself and to the world, about yourself and about the world. If this is, yes, often, if this is the case, no, I don't use it. If this is the case, by all means, I am begging you. I am begging you to give up this word and use it maybe, and I'm not inviting you to become numb, to numb a feeling within you. I'm just asking you to give up the word, because sometimes the word invokes, creates the feeling. By all means, use hate. I hate animal abuse. I hate discrimination. But these are very strong topics that I use maybe once or twice a year. The word hate does not exist in my daily vocabulary, because the word hate invokes, creates this very poisonous negative emotion that is extremely dangerous for your mind and for your body. So anytime you catch yourself hate, you can use dislike. I don't agree with. It's not my favorite. I don't like. Release the word hate. When you release hate, what's happening? What is it that you're creating space for? Why is it that I'm inviting you to release this word? Because I want you to create space for more love. Because ultimately, we are here on this planet collectively to love the planet and care for it, to love our close people around us and give them all the help and support needed, to love ourselves, to create opportunity for ourselves and grow and support ourselves to step out of the comfort zone, to love the universe and go and explore and bring life to different planets. Ultimately, we're here with the purpose of love, and that is the divine destiny of all the people who existed throughout history, who are alive today, and who will exist from now on. When you give up hate, what you invite is love. So and I see a lot of people disagreeing with me, and I love that, because that tells me that you really listen to and you checked in with yourself. It's like, no, Leo, this doesn't resonate. And that's totally fine. This is just my perspective of 6 tools or 6 things that can help you feel happier within the next 30, 20, 50 minutes. 5, 10, 20% more happy. And if nothing resonated with you, or only a few things resonated with you, by all means, take that resonated with you. Or if nothing resonated with you, I invite you to reflect on your own points, on your own secrets. What is it that you need right now? What is it that will resonate with you right now to make you feel more happy? I'm just going to do a quick recap for those who just joined. What I shared today in today's workshop is the 6 secrets of happiness. My version of it, of course. I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So what is it that can help you feel happier and how you can practically implement it into your life today. So number 1, identify an area of your life where you might be overgiving, and identify another area in your life where you are close to receiving. So less giving, more receiving. Number 2, less stress, more trust. Focus on growing that trust within your heart. Number 3, less judgment, more grace. Whenever you catch yourself judging others, the world, and yourself, ask yourself, am I thinking or am I automatically judging? Create some space to grace. Number 4, less worries, more gratitude. Remember, gratitude is the most divine state that you can give to yourself for your mind and for your body. Number 5, less resistance and more flow. Get curious. Where is it that the universe is guiding you towards, even with hard lessons, and accept that journey for yourself. And number 6, less hate, more love. The moment you agree to eliminate hate, that is the very moment that you invite more love in your life. I'm super excited because I'm also, maybe you know me, I'm here with you on TikTok for about a year. So over a year, I'm going almost every day live, and I'm sharing these workshops for over a year. And over this year, I received hundreds and hundreds of messages for people asking me to go deeper on coaching. For many months I said no, but finally I said yes, because this is another way for me to help people who are interested to dive deeper into coaching, who want consistency, who want to achieve their goals, who are ready to step into transformation. So if this is you for the first time ever, and I'm not advertising, I'm just sharing just because I receive hundreds of messages asking to do so, I'm starting a group coaching membership program exclusive for people who are growth minded. And I invite you, if this is you, if you're interested, so this is going to be a monthly membership. We'll be doing private coaching every single week in a small group of people. If this is you, you can go to the link in my bio. First link is called Join CreateIT. All you have to do for now is input your email and your name, and I will send you the details later. So the group is restricted to 25 people. So once we have 25 spots booked, the group is going to be closed, and we are going to dive in. It's going to be a monthly membership. So if this is you, if this is you ready to step into a group coaching, into a small group to be coached every single week by me, I would be more than happy. Find the link in bio, join CreateIT. For now, only your name and email, no obligations, no strings attached. Just imagine if you would have a group of people every single week to hold you accountable, to guide you, to support you, to help you remove any kind of feelings of not being good enough, of what's holding you back. Imagine if you would have a safe space where you can show up every single day, every single week, and have that kind of support. Have a small group of people who are like-minded every single week. And not only will I coach you every single week, we will also hold you accountable towards your goals. You'll formulate your goals, and every 2 weeks you'd have a short call with my assistant coach that will help you stay on track of your goals. So this is what I'm offering. I said, if I ever create a private coaching group, a membership group, I'm going to go full in. I am going on TikTok for over a year doing this type of trainings, and you know me, over a year. And if I am to invite people to pay a small fee, a small membership fee, I'm going to over deliver, and that is my intention. So just click the link in bio. It's called CreateIT, join CreateIT. As I mentioned, 25 people, that's all, because I don't want to be overcrowded. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to have the opportunity to pay attention. So once you sign up, you'll receive an email, and in that email you'll have a link to fill in a small questionnaire, and that will already help you get more clear on your goals. So within the next few days you'll receive a couple of emails informing you about what this group is about, more details. But for now, just go to the link in bio, fill in your details. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. When it comes to happiness, my last thoughts on happiness, and after that I'll take questions on that. Happiness is a very individual thing. Happiness is a very personal thing. Make sure that you don't give in to into the pressure, of the world. And the problem is that the pressure, not only in the world, but the pressure of your loved ones, who will be pushing their version of happiness on you. And unfortunately, that is often the case when we love someone so much, and even though their version of happiness is not our version of happiness, we kind of accept it, hoping that will come round. And what happens, unfortunately, most of the times is that you just get into the habit of saying no to your own version of happiness. And if this is you, if you're doing it from the kindness of your heart, from the love of your heart, I will stand strong as a protector of your own happiness. Please find the courage within yourself to communicate to your loved ones, to the people around you, what your version of happiness is, and see how you can invite yourself at the table and allow yourself to pursue your own thing, whatever that might mean to you. Invite the opportunity to allow your heart to sing, to pursue your dreams, to allow yourself to have big goals, to allow yourself to step out of the comfort zone, and to have your own individual version of happiness, because you are unique. My version of happiness might be completely different than your version of happiness, and that does not make me wrong or you right or the other way around. So invite your version of happiness into your life. Honor it, treasure it. You are important. You're a valuable human being. Please don't give up on your dreams. I call it the tragedy of lives unlived. The tragedy of lives unlived, when you give up your version of happiness. So now I'm going to take questions. What is the definition of happiness? And I absolutely love this question. So, definition of happiness. As I said, today I choose to look at happiness as the alignment between my life purpose and my external actions. So to me, those are moments of happiness when I act in the world according to my own values and life purpose. So that's my version of happiness. And again, for different people, you'll find as many definitions of happiness you'll find. I assume is every day you wake up, you're asking yourself, who am I today? it sounds like, and I might be completely wrong, so I'm going to give it a go from this question. It sounds like you are trying to understand yourself. Maybe you are in a place where you feel a bit lost and you don't really know who you are. If this is you or anybody on this call is in that spot, what I invite you to do is I invite you to stop putting pressure on yourself to know now who you are and what your life is about. We don't allow ourselves to be lost, and there is so much beauty and great value in allowing yourself to be in a place where you don't really know who you are. Before you find yourself, you need to allow yourself to get lost in order for you to find the true version of you. So if this is you, be patient with yourself, be loving with yourself. Say, right, I don't really know who I am. I'm curious, who can I become? Because when you shift that to I'm curious, who might I become, then you open up the opportunity and the possibility to become the best version of who you are. And I know that's cliche and sounds terrible, but really think about that. When you're not pressuring yourself, when you don't consider yourself stupid that you don't know who you are, you say, I don't know who I am, and this is so exciting. Then you can take control over creating who you are becoming. It's mind-blowing what you can achieve by allowing yourself to get lost. What I know for sure, what I've learned from my extensive practice and working with people, high achievers, and hundreds and hundreds of people, is that anytime a person is unhappy is the moment when they act externally against what they think they should be or should act internally. Unhappiness is simple to explain. There is a dissonance. There is, inside you think you should go left, but you're actually on the outside, you're doing the right. Yeah? And alignment is when you walk hand in hand. What you think about yourself, your values, who you are, your identity, your growth, your life vision, your life purpose. It's really, you're doing the same on the outside. If you think respect it's a huge value for you and you are acting in a respecting manner, you'll be happy. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, you don't have, what's going on. As long as you live your life according to what's important to you, you will be the happiest person alive forever. Forever. To no end. We're born to be happy. Loon, I love what you're saying. My version of that is I believe we're born to love. Because being happy, it's not my life's goal, because I love being happy. I love having happy moments, make no mistake. I love being aligned on myself. But I really think that the ultimate goal why I'm here is to help others. So my version of that, I would say that we're born to love. Because when we genuinely love ourselves, we love the world, we love other people, we love nature, when we are in love, and I don't mean intimate relationship only, when we are in a state of love for the world, for ourselves, for the trees, we are acting upon our best self. We are in our best self energy. So that's just my take on it. I'm curious, what is it that you think? I assume from this question that you are in a place where you're stressed and you're always angry. Now, there's two things that come up to me. So I'm going to give you answers based on two interpretations. So number one interpretation is that you are in a space, in a place, maybe a workplace, relationship, whatever, and that you're very stressed about and you're very angry about. If that's the case, my best advice, run as fast as you can from there. Run. If that's a toxic workplace, toxic relationship, run meaning find something else, move on, move out. Now, if you are in a mental place, in your mind, that irrelevant of the outside, you are with yourself in a place where you're really stressed and really, really angry, few things. Number one, what comes to my mind is that your mind is always in the future or in the past. Maybe you are anxious about the future if you're stressed, and angry, maybe something happened to you in the past that you're angry about. So number one is to start retraining your mind from being in the future or in the past to be in the present moment. So number one, start training your mind to be in the present moment. Definitely mindfulness, meditation, breathing, any kind of mindful work will definitely help you. And number two, journaling can help you to understand what is it that you're angry about or what is it that you're stressed about. So you need to become aware what really bothers you, what really the problem is. So that's where I would start. So the question is, how do I get over overthinking? Okay, great question. By the way, this is something that we discussed at length many times. So on my YouTube channel, again, all the links are in my bio, you guys. On my YouTube channel, I actually record these workshops and I publish them on my YouTube channel. So you can go, one of the workshops, long format workshops, was about overthinking. So just go on my YouTube channel and I'm sure you'll find. But long story short, overthinking, when I hear overthinking, I hear, thank you, it means that you don't trust yourself. So I'm oversimplifying here, right? So I apologize if this is not your case, whatever, but generally people overthink because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust that they are able to take the right decisions. So in my perspective, overthinking is start focusing on developing self-trust. That is the best remedy to overthinking. Self-trust, because overthinking is what? Is indecisiveness. You are not taking decisions because you're not trusting yourself, right? So start working on developing self-trust. That will really help you. For everybody who's joined, just a quick reminder, I'm launching for the first time ever after 1+ year of going live on TikTok. I'm launching a very small group coaching, monthly group coaching program for 25 people only. We're going to do coaching every single week with a small group of people, with accountability, with many things. So if this is you ready to transform, want to join me, coached by me for the rest of your life, if you choose to, go to the link in my bio. First link is called Join CreateIT. You'll submit your name and your email and I'll send you later in the week, I'll send you details about the program. So if you choose that, if you think that's going to be suitable for you, join, and then you will be part of the tiny community that we're going to take to unbelievable growth. Okay, so I'm going to take more questions. Thank you so much. What do you say to yourself to feel happy? We just went through 6 points of happiness. Okay, I'm going to repeat them quickly. I apologize for the people who are here, but I'm going to repeat. That's what the workshop was about 6 secrets how to be happy. Number 1, less giving, more receiving. 2, less stress, more trust. 3, less judgment, more grace. 4, less worries, more gratitude. 5, less resistance, more flow. And 6, less hate, more love. That's my take on it. And by the way, that's just my version of it. For you might be completely something different. Just welcome that reflection within you. Can you talk about social anxiety? Okay, so that's a very good point. And unfortunately, social anxiety is a real problem, by the way. So I have to be careful. It's not a problem. It's not that something is wrong with you. But people feeling anxious about meeting other people is real, okay? So I'm not saying you have a problem, but I fully believe that you might feel anxious when meeting other people, or maybe speaking in public, or maybe putting yourself out there on social media. It's real. And the reason why people fear exposing themselves is fear of judgment. Number 1, fear of judgment and rejection. So those are the 2 big things that hold people back from putting themselves out there with other people. So fear of judgment and rejection. Now, the first step to overcome these things is to understand why rejection is so terrifying. So we are genetically, in our DNA, we are programmed to hate, and I use the word hate, to hate rejection, to be terrified rejection, to do whatever it takes not to be rejected. Why? Because historically, way back when we were living in small tribes in the woods, being rejected meant being kicked out of the tribe. So the tribe was living, their tiny families, 20, 30 people living in a small group, and they would have like a little fire, maybe a cave or something, and that's how they lived. And being rejected from a tribe meant imminent death. Because if you were not around the fire with another 30 people that you were, and you're by yourself in the woods, within, I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour, you were dinner to some wild animal. So rejection equaled, back then, certain death. You're rejected from the tribe, you're dead. And that trauma, that fear, for so many centuries, had an imprint in our DNA. Now, today, I get rejected, am I going to end up dead? Of course not. Yeah, it might hurt my ego. I might be sad for a day or two, but by no means I'm going to die. No animal is going to eat me. If I'm hungry, I'm just gonna go to the nearest supermarket and buy some food. So rejection not at all means what it meant for my brain 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, however 1,000 years ago. So number one, understand why rejection feels so terrible. We're wired to hate rejection. Now, when I understand, it's like, oh, okay, so just my brain is making up stories, rejection is not that terrible. So that's how you overcome rejection. And fear of judgment, few things. Number one, as we had talked before today, judgment is an automatic reaction of people. We don't think when we judge. It's just an automatic action from my brain in order to save energy and not to think. So don't get caught up in the judgment. Everybody judges for 1 second and they completely forget about you and they move on and carry on with their lives. Long story short, social anxiety to avoid. Start right now focusing on self-love. Right about now. Stop thinking how to overcome social anxiety, because that's not helpful, and start thinking how you can develop self-trust and self-love, because that's gonna help you big time for the rest of your life. Did I have to trust anybody? You have to trust yourself. The first person you have to trust is yourself. How much trust do you have for yourself? That's it. Like, that's what you should start. That's where you start. And once you fully develop that self-trust, it's going to be easy to trust other people. But you cannot push yourself to trust other people when you don't trust yourself. And that's why we're so getting it wrong. You have to, whatever you want for other people, with other people, you have to start with yourself. You can't expect you to trust someone when you don't trust yourself, because you don't know how trust feels. We treat other people the way we treat ourselves. Okay, so just peace of mind. This is a taster of what I do, practical results and a state of alignment and happiness. That's what I guarantee. So I'm super excited for those who want to join. CreateIT, link in bio. Other than that, thank you so much for being here. I want you to remind you how amazing you are. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. Please value and treasure your lives. You're valuable human beings. You are here for a purpose. You don't give up your dreams. Remember that I love you, the world needs you, and say no to hate and say much more to love. I love you so much. I'm super excited. And for those who are joining CreateIT, oh my God, let's go. Let's take off. Much love for you. See you tomorrow.